The absolute truth does not exist. That's the first belief. We're going to reinforce this belief. So, what is the truth? Truths, the reality, and facts. This question: what is the truth? Does anybody else knows your truth? Is there any is there anybody in this world that knows your truth? Perhaps not. Perhaps yes. Many say no. Are you the only truth? If nobody knows your truth, perhaps you are the only truth in your universe. We are universes sharing a common reality. That's why what many say we are the center of the universe if we look around us. That's what I see. When I look around me, I see the center of the universe as myself. So am I a universe? Perhaps I'm a universe. Perhaps you are a universe as well. And each one of these universes have a truth. We live in a multi-universe. Do you feel loneliness knowing that nobody else knows your truth? What you believe is the truth. As simple as that. We're not gonna make it so complicated. What you believe is the truth. Period. And it's a decision, and you can change the belief as well. So the truth is a variable. Anybody can question your truth as well. That's why the absolute truth in this universe is, or physical universe, is relative or does not exist because it's a collective consciousness. Your belief is your truth in your universe, but not in all universes. And truths can change. Going back to how do you feel if knowing that nobody knows your truth? If there are many like you, is the number of existing truths equivalent to the number of consciousnesses? If all of them feel loneliness too, is that a collective truth of collective feeling of loneliness? Overlap beliefs and overlap truths are agreements, are collective beliefs, collective truths. The stronger the truth, the greater the authority. So collective truths, collective minds, collective beliefs is what makes the reality, what makes a truth more solid, more physical, more plausible, more tangible, more factual, more real. Collective truths, collective beliefs. And if we unify those beliefs, those collective consciousnesses based on an agreement are very powerful. So that's the truth, the collective belief. But the only truth is in you. You are the truth. Do you feel less lonely now, knowing that many feel the same? Are those common truths a reality? What is the reality then? Again, we are always perceiving a reality, all the time. Our brain is using information from 11 dimensions. It's constantly receiving information from those sources of data, 11 dimensions, 3 dimensions of space, one of motion, action, or time. Another one is, well, 6 dimensions for our senses, our body senses, vision, audition, tact, smell, taste, equilibrium. And finally, we have another source of data that is very powerful, the spiritual sense. That summarizes 11 dimensions, and that makes the reality, the data we receive, and how it's interpreted by our brain. This is a mind-blowing exercise. Is this woman facing forward or sideways? Is this an illusion? Is this a reality or a perspective? What is truth here? The truth is in you and can be questioned. Anybody can question truths. Is how our brain perceives the reality. The reality is a virtual reality. Another truth is this one. Is it true that all these stones are color red? Color red is a word. However, we simplify this idea. Is this red? Do you agree with the above statement that these colors are red? Yes, I agree. So a truth is relative while a collective reality is relative. A truth is relative, a truth is an agreement. An agreement is a collective truth, but the reality is always relative. It depends from the point of view, from the perspective. Reality is an expression, is an experience, and is relative. So again, is this red? Do you agree with this statement? A truth is consistent and solid. An agreement, a belief, while the reality is relative. Another example of a truth is that we speak a language to communicate. We use a standard, a protocol, a language that is truth because it works. If somebody chooses to not use a language, then we are unable to communicate. In the past, when we were maybe hunters and collectors before civilization, we only had sounds, eh, oh, ooh, ah, and so slowly our ancestors developed a language. That language is truth, is a mechanism, is a technology for us to communicate. And that was a collective creation of a reality, a collective creation of a truth that works, a language, it's a protocol. So we humans, we create the reality, we create truths. As mentioned, collective beliefs, collective consciousnesses that work, that are powerful. Do you think speaking a language is powerful? Yes, it's an authority. So the greater the agreement, the greater the authority. There's thousands of languages around the world. However, there's, for example, English is not that most people talk, but the most common language, the standard is English, and that standard is a great agreement. It's a powerful authority because people simply agree, because it's a simple thing that works, and we want to create things that work. So who decided that everybody must use that standard? Well, our ancestors collectively created the languages again, and that is a mechanism, a technology, a belief, and a truth. Can we question the use of language? Of course. We're co-creators and we can contribute to altering or modifying the language or using it in a better way that is easier. Or, for example, I question why English is not spelled as is pronounced. Why? What is the hash flow there? What is the gap? So we are co-creators also of this physical universe, of this physical reality. We are the truth, we create the truth, and we must agree in order to create truths. If we don't agree, the truths, well, will not exist in this universe. Unity and agreement and beliefs. So again, we can question any kind of apparent absolute truth. Even a collective truth that many believe, millions might believe that truth, somebody else who doesn't believe it can be questioning all the time that truth. That makes it not absolute. That's why the absolute truth does not exist, because it's relative and depends on agreement. So again, the truth is not equal a truth. In a truth is not equal the reality. So the truth is you. Nobody knows your truth. A truth is an agreement, a collective truth, like the scale of colors, like the languages, like the creation of a car or a cell phone. It's an agreement or a group of people collectively created technology for making it real. And the reality is an experience, something that we live every day, every second. The 11 dimensions of data that our brain receives to process and create an experience for us, including emotions and this roller coaster which is alive. How about facts? What are facts? What is a fact? Well, let's say that a fact is a collective reality when many perceive the same experience from different standpoints, or very similar experience with very small variations. That makes it consistent, material, and evident. That fact is an observation that is a common denominator. So a fact is usually created by scientists. Science has the scientific method to create facts. Also, if you're a lawyer, if you're a professional, you use facts all the time to use as evidence to prove realities, because it's a reality that is plausible, that everybody would agree upon. So we need agreements, and those common realities or facts usually are proven through science. Humans, we invented science, and science is a great authority. Facts are applicable only to this physical universe, not to the spiritual realm or beliefs. So this physical universe is the source of facts. However, all science can be questioned. You can question many of the discoveries. Some years ago, there was a scientific fact, scientific truth, but now it's not truth because we discovered that more reality behind it. For example, in the past, Newton had the physics that would be applicable to any kind of scale and size of matter. However, in the macro level, in the universal level, or planetary solar systems, galaxies, Newton laws don't work. The same as the micro level, in the quantum mechanics, the Newton law of physics don't work either. So science is constantly changing, is questionable. So it's not a absolute truth. It's a truth that is applicable for the great majority of circumstances, but not for all circumstances. We have to open the mind to more possibilities. So science uses the scientific method to produce facts. So we can use the same method all the time to create facts. We observe, create hypotheses, and in scientists create hypotheses with mathematical equations usually. Then they go through experimentation to prove the hypothesis, and if the hypothesis is proven truth, it becomes a scientific theory, a fact, a scientific truth. A truth, not the truth, because it's questionable. In spiritual science, we can create the same. We as individuals, we can create our own observations, hypotheses based on experience, and experiment and apply that truth as technology or spiritual technology. In the past was called magic. According to some science, evil does not exist. Do you agree with that? This is just an exercise for us to understand how science can be questioned right now. In this article, some neurologists say that evil does not exist. I disagree. I completely disagree with that science. I believe that there's evil. Evil exists. Should we challenge those facts? Even if science say it, should we challenge it? Of course, we can do that. If evil exists, how it was created? Was that an agreement? Perhaps yes, perhaps it's an agreement that a group of consciousnesses agreed to do what is wrong because it's easier. Don't you think it's easier to do what is wrong? Yeah, evil was created. That's my belief. And we can overcome the evil by believing in a future where evil does not exist. It's an agreement, a collective agreement. So do you think a collective agreement leads to a collective mind or collective consciousness? I believe so. If you believe it, help me. So let's do something. Evil could be a collective mind, and perhaps it's inside us. Perhaps it's we're all contributing a little bit with evil, and we can clean ourselves from that evil in our insides. Though that evil in negative emotions like jealousy, like hate, like judgment, like fear, possessiveness, all those negative emotions that we feel perhaps are the source of evil, and we're contributing with that collective mind. We're gonna agree and manifest a world where the evil does not exist. How about that? Would you like to do that? Would you like to create the truth? Would you like to create a reality? Would you like to create a fact, a collective consciousness, a collective agreement, a collective belief in which evil does not exist? A world free of all kind of bad things? Hope is the answer. If you hope, you can believe. If you want to believe, you make the reality. And here is Psalms 37:10. But those hoping in Jehovah will possess the earth. Just a little while longer, and the wicked will be no more. You will look at where they were, and they will not be there. But the meek will possess the earth, and they will find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace. That is written. Many believe in this. I believe so, and because I wanted to make it through. The following guided meditation is to create a reality, the reality where the evil will not exist. Welcome to the Cosmic Healing Herm Guided Meditation. In this ride, you'll experience a soft relaxation, going back in time and create a vessel of life. We're going to start a guided meditation now. Please sit in a comfortable position with your back straight and your eyes closed. Become aware of your breathing. Go to a place where there's nothing above you and nothing below you. There's nothing around you. There's no gravity, no forces influencing you. There's no intention. No sounds. No smell. There's no light, no darkness, just nothingness. You're levitating over nothing, and you are the only light in this place. Understanding your conditions, create a dot of light in front of you. This blink of light might be dropping everywhere. Dropping. Slowly concentrate that light and wrap it with a frame. That light is life. It is the seed of life in a vessel. Water it softly. Irrigate the seed. Now start germinating roots to sprout leaves and a cocoon. From the cocoon, more leaves. A growing stem with tender branches. It's growing beautifully with remedy essences and oils. With light coming from the inside, the vein fibers on the leaves are ready. The vessels are colored and flowers sprout. Smell the fragrance of this herb, capable of curing any disease. Tenderly prune part of that delicate plant. Smash it and smell it deeply. This medicine can heal anything. And send this healing power to the ones in illness and pain. Make this essence of light cover their bodies and their energy flows. Heal them. Heal it at a distance. This time, distance is a solution. An illusion. Give them a shower with these essences. Let the magic work. The light is dazzling. They are revitalizing.
Slowly come to the present. Are you in the present now? Open your eyes. Welcome